Next speaker, speaker number 2 is Arnaldo Elscuza. The title of his speech is Me. This is also his icebreaker. Arnaldo has been a member since January, and he says that he has already benefited from Toastmasters. So please welcome to the lectern, Arnaldo.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters. I guess the objective of the icebreaker is to come up here and talk about myself. So what I'm going to do is talk about myself. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about me, how I came here, how I ended up here in Toastmasters. So here we go. My name's Arnaldo Escuza, as most of you know. I was born in Lima, Peru in 1981, where I lived in Peru until I was 13 years old. I can say that my childhood over there was really nice. We had the opportunity to really live in a community that my grandfather built. What he did is he bought a nice piece of land and he built a house for each one of his sons and daughters. He had one son, 2 daughters. So the house was set up like that. My house, or my family's house, was on here. Then my aunts, my uncles, and then his house. And you know, it was shared by like a nice garden and a nice pool. So I can say that childhood over there was really nice. We always had a place to play. We really didn't have to leave the house for us to really do anything. We had like soccer tournaments. We had like people over and we would like party, like, you know, we would play all day. We never had to leave. If there was always like a place to throw a party, it was our house. So it was I can say it was really nice. After a couple of years, we lived there until 1994. The reason why we left was because my uncle was the first one to leave. He actually left and he came here to Florida to visit. So once he left, you know, other people that we really didn't know came and bought the house. Soon after that, in 1993, my aunt was the second one to leave, and she also came here to Florida. So another stranger was in the house. So at this point, it was my grandfather's house and my mom's house. And, you know, it wasn't the same anymore. So a little bit after that, we moved into a small apartment, and soon after that, we decided to come here and visit my family, who was here in Florida already. We were supposed to stay for a couple of weeks, and then go back to school. I was already registered for classes and everything. So a little bit after a couple of weeks went by, I'm like, okay, we're supposed to start going back. I have to go to school. That's when I was told that we weren't going to leave and we were going to actually stay here and try to make a better life. So what my family did is we filed for a political refugee, and we decided to come here. And I must say that was hard at first, because first of all, I didn't know anybody here other than my family, and second of all, I didn't speak the language at all. Like, I probably knew as much English as most of you guys know Spanish. So that was at first that was kind of tough. And I can still remember, like, when my first day in school, I came here and I went to 8th grade, and that was kind of like, you know, I go in there and I didn't know anybody and I didn't speak the language, so that was kind of tough at first. It took me about 6 months to start, you know, picking up the language. I can only understand a little bit, but I can never really speak it. After 6 months, I was able to speak it a little bit better. I was able to carry on a conversation, and I started getting acclimated to, you know, the culture and the differences between, you know, South America and here, Florida. After that, I finished 8th grade, and I went to, you know, high school and college after that. And I guess really, like, the interesting part about this whole living in Florida ordeal is that the reason how we became American citizens. I'm now an American citizen, and the reason I was able to do that was because we were able to win the lottery of visas that they do. It's sort of like the same way as just a regular lottery goes. You know, you put in a request, and the Florida lottery, in this case, you buy a ticket. And I started doing some research on the actual lottery to see, you know, what are the chances that somebody can actually win this lottery? Well, the last numbers that I was able to come up with was the numbers from 1999. And in 1999, 7 million people applied for the lottery of visas, out of which 3.5 million were actually approved. Because you have to be approved, you have to go through a process to get either to get approved or you get disqualified. You can't apply. So we actually won the lottery in 1995. So I'm assuming like okay, let's say it was sort of the same or a little bit less. So it was a 1 in a 3.5 million chance that we could actually win. That's how we won the lottery, and I'm really grateful for that, because by learning, or by really getting the green card, I was able to go to school and finish my education. I'm currently finishing up my MBA, and I can't wait till it's done. I should be done. I'm sure I've spoken about it before, but I should finish in December. I started in '06, and I'm really looking forward to finish my MBA, because it's 20 years of non-stop studying is really getting into my head. Finish and do other stuff, such as, I don't know, just go out and ride my bike somewhere, and go running and play sports or do something else. I really look forward to that, so I can, I exercised the mind for 20 years. It's time to do something else. And I'm doing that. And the reason why I'm here, really, as a member of Toastmasters, is really to improve my speaking skills. I remember my first class in my MBA class. It was sort of geared the same way as a Toastmasters meeting. It's the same way with the camera and with people and with evaluations. And what you guys see here, like right now speaking, is Bill Clinton compared to what I was before. I was totally horrible. So on that, I'd like to close. And really, I look forward to giving many more speeches so I can really benefit from being a member of this club.